Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Sunday night D&D with the boys. 3Zs, trademark, TM. We're playing Curse of Strahd. They found themselves in a bit of a pickle the last time we left, where they directly went against what I had one of their traveling companions told them not to do, and just did it anyway. So they are about to be in battle against the witch Baba Lysaga and her animated house. How you guys doing? Before we get into the bad stuff, I'm gonna say hi.
So far, so good.
I was doing good, but I got over it.
Not dead yet.
Yeah.
The word is
yet. So I know I've said before that they're like, oh, this might be the last week, but like really that this is some next level. This might be their last week stuff. So let's hope not though, because we're all having fun. Let me go into this by saying I'm not trying to kill my players, but
you will have no mercy.
But I also am not going to pull any punches. All right. You guys have any questions before we get into this?
Did we already do initiative?
We have not. No.
we have not.
So basically, because it's been 2 weeks, I'll give you a quick recap. You approached her hut. Gesh and Jimbei decided to climb into the upside-down giant skull that was in front of their house in order to spy on her as she bathed in a tub of blood, nursing an infant.
This sounds so stupid once you start explaining it like this.
So once they got a good eyeful of her ragged, haggard old witch body,
gross.
They decided to shoot a spell directly at her face. It did hit, luckily, maybe. And she got very upset, screamed, dropped the baby in the bath of blood, and then her house animated, and that is where we left things off. The spell did do 36 points of damage, which, you know, is something. So unless anyone has any other questions. So before we went live, we discussed what the orientation of everyone was. Like I said, Jimbei and Gesh are in the skull that is directly in front of the house. Crow, Mick, and Jordan are hiding on the side of the hut. So they are probably quite shocked to see the roots pull out of the ground and start to animate. But they are currently not in, I was going to say not in danger. They're in very much a lot of danger for their physical bodies or their ghostly bodies, as Mick's case may be. But they were not affected by the house moving. I'll say that.
So, and our companions are all with them as well. So
correct. Yeah. So they have Esmeralda, they have Davian, and Irina, who are all able to assist in this fight. And I should probably pull up their stat blocks.
So, will I be able to cast a spell before we get started, or do we need to do initiative first? Because I assume we're in battle now, right?
Yes, we are in battle. We will have to roll initiative because Jimbei took the surprise attack. So we are now, you will not have a chance to cast any spells until it's your turn. Okay. 1 second, sorry.
John looks so serious. I mean, Jordan looks so serious. He's like,
just preparing for the inevitable.
We're gonna win. Come on.
He's like, what am I gonna do on Sunday nights now?
Sunday nights are free.
As a reminder to Djembe and Gesh, like we were communicating with that spell, so anything you say, I can still hear and relay.
Yeah.
I just can't see what's happening.
Since I'm such a great DM and I prepare everything in advance, that just forget what just happened. Let's roll initiative.
Yay! Initiative.
17 for John or Jordan, whatever.
16 for Jimbei.
11 for Mick.
13 for Crow.
21. Woo! I don't want to go first though.
I actually, this is one of my ideas. I actually want you to go first because I have an idea that I'm going to tell you. Since
Okay.
Okay. So, sorry, Gesh, you are first. And then Jordan and JP, Jordan and Jimbei will be next. Okay. Oh, I should probably roll for your other pals.
No.
Ooh. Do you want Arena to fight, or are you going to tell her to run away?
I think we need all the fighters we can.
Fine.
That's my stance. I'll let the rest of them.
I like when you
If
keep
you're
putting
gonna
your
stand there
word.
and want to get attacked by a house, then yeah, she needs help.
I like how our goals have gone
Scenarios.
from like protecting her to like, no, she's fighting with us.
Okay. Gesh, you are up first.
Okay, Jimby wanted to say something to me.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you to do what we should have done probably to start with, which is you have Crown of Madness, right? Is you should try that on her and just see if we can like get control. I know her save is probably going to be strong, but
Here's a slight problem to that. As we just established, you don't have line of sight to her at the moment, so you're gonna have to find a way to get up to the door to get line of sight if you want to try to do that.
And I was going to say also, I don't think Crown of Madness works unless there's at least two people that you're battling against, so one can attack the other.
Well, you are battling two things because you're also battling her house.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say the baby.
Baby.
I'm going to look and see. Is Crown of Madness the one?
They screw you, man. Babies.
Oh, you can't. That you can see within range. Okay. So,
Baby uses chug, breathe in blood water.
So the house is currently rising. I will give you an opportunity to make an athletics check to see if you can jump to the stairs leading up to the house to kind of grab on and pull yourself up. If you want to try that.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is there any way I can like jump into the house, or do I have to use that stairwell? You said there's a stairs on the side or something.
So like there's a couple of steps that lead up to the front door. So you'd like, if you can jump, you can try to grab onto those stairs and pull yourself up, and then you'd be in the doorway.
Okay, sure. Do I just
So
roll?
make an athletics roll.
Okay. 13 plus. So strength, and that is 1, so 14.
Okay. So you are able to grab a hold of the steps, but your grip is not that great with the
Oh no.
14. So I need you to now make a strength roll to see if you can hoist yourself up this turn.
13 plus 1, 14.
Okay. You do manage to kind of pull yourself up after some scrambling. You kind of like lift one leg and it doesn't quite get up there, and then you try again and you get a heel on the side of and it's super awkward looking. It's like not very deft. But you do manage to get yourself up to the stairs. Now, I will tell you, because you didn't roll exceptionally, that is going to be your action. So you do have movement. So you can try to hide somewhere in the house or at the side of the door or something, or you can jump back down.
So I can hide somewhere in the house?
You can try to. I mean, she will most likely see where you're hiding.
Okay. So is it like just a one-story place? There's just one, like.
Yeah, I sent you the picture of it.
Okay. It's at one level, and so the crib is like in the center of that picture. Is that what that was?
Let's see. Let me try to find it again.
Go for the jewel.
My plan since the 1 second we got here.
Now this has turned into a snatch and grab.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it's always been for me. Is a snatch and grab.
Yes, the crib is right in the center. The bath, as you can see, is in the back left. The bed is in the back right, and then there's a couple of cupboards and a desk on your immediate left.
Okay. So is it possible to like hide to wherever I'm like holding on to or whatever for the turn, and then next turn I could, I guess, use like a. So I just don't want her to see me. Like, could I use like an invisible thing or whatever next time, or
If you,
or should I just go for it now?
she is going to see you. It's just a matter of if you can hide behind something and gain cover. But I mean, there's no. She's looking directly out the door. There's no way. No stealth roll is going to allow you to get into the house without her seeing you.
Okay. And so I have to stay there, like right between the skull and the door, or I have to hide inside the house.
No, so you can see in the picture, there's like the stairs are kind of wider than the door, so you can kind of just like hug one of those things. But
okay.
If the house really starts a rocking, I'm going to make you make another dexterity saving throw to try to stay up there because there's not a whole lot of room up there.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
I feel like if I go inside, what are those things? There's like, looks like a desk.
There's a desk on the left. There's a cupboard and a kind of like a bureau thing on the right. So you could try to duck behind one of those things. The desk isn't going to give you a ton of cover since it's a desk. I mean, you could try to like flip it over or something, but that would be another action. So
yeah, is one of them like a dresser or something? Is it tall? It's
yeah,
like
the
wardrobe
one in the corner. Yeah.
Can I hide behind that thing, or like in it?
If you think you could try to hide in it if you want to get in it and close the doors.
She's definitely gonna see you though, no matter what. She's gonna see anyone walk in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I really want to like hide between the skull and the house, like on the step, because I think if I go inside, she's gonna see me right away, and I have no action. I just be like defensive immediately. So,
I think that's a wise choice. So you kind of hug against the wall on the outside of the house.
Excellent.
Great.
Thank you.
No problem. Jordan.
So as because I'm outside, I can't see anything except the house starting to rise up and Gesh jumping down.
You saw Gesh jumping up. So he jumped from the skull up to the steps.
Okay, but that's all I see.
Yes. So you haven't even seen her yet.
Yeah, I can't tell what's even happening at this point. Nobody's told me anything, so I'm just like,
you knew I was going to attack, and then because we've been talking to you.
Yeah, you were talking on the side of the house, and you decided he was going to go get into the skull with Gesh and then shoot into the house. So
so he shot in, then the house starts rising up.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to move to an angle where I can see in the door.
Okay, so you're gonna run kind of under the root and get like next to the skull, kind of.
Yes.
I suppose. The door. Yeah, I suppose that's the only place I can get to.
Okay. Yeah. So from that vantage point, you can see in the house, but again, you can't quite see her because you're looking up into the door, so you're kind of looking at the ceiling of the house.
Right. Okay.
If you have an area of effect spell, you can cast it into the house.
No, nothing that's gonna do a whole lot of use. I will ready my action.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your action.
Yeah.
Great. Jimbei.
All right. We're going to see if this is going to work. This was Jimbei's big idea. Let's see if this is going to work. I'm going to try to cast Dispel Magic on the house. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. So hopefully break the spell animating the house is what my goal is here. Any spell 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
Okay. So you're casting Dispel Magic on the hut.
On the hut to try to see if I can break that whatever the spell she's using to animate it.
Okay. So I need to make a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC.
That's not the way it describes it, but
that is the way. Specifically, it says if targeted by Dispel Magic, that's that's what the hut has to do.
Because of the hut. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right.
And what's my spell save DC? Okay. My spell save DC is 15.
The hut has a +5 in Constitution, just to let you know.
Ooh.
But I rolled a 9, so that would be a 14.
Ah.
So, because of that, you did not break the spell, but it does fall unconscious for 1 minute. So it sinks down to the ground. So you have 1 minute of combat without the hut.
That's awesome.
I had no idea if that was going to work.
Wow.
Would you like to use your movement at all, or are you going to stay hiding in the skull?
So when the house fell down for this minute, is it at the same level that it was?
Yes. So you would be able to see in the door now.
Now Jordan can see in the door, and I can see back in the door. Do I want to stay in the skull or not? I don't want her to get into the skull because it gives her mobility, but I don't know that I want to be in the skull. So I'm gonna just step off the skull, but stay right by it.
So you want to walk backwards from the hut?
Oh, do I have to go backwards from the hut to get out? Okay.
If you look at the picture, that the entrance to. Oh no! Okay. Yeah, you can jump out on any side.
Okay, I'm just gonna step between the skull and the hut.
Okay.
I'm still gonna be in the doorway.
So you're basically right in the doorway.
I'm gonna step to the side of the door.
Okay. So on the opposite side of where where Gesh is.
But I'm still gonna stay between the hut and the skull, where if she tries to make a run to the skull, I can she has to go by me.
Sure. So if you get an opportunity attack on her, right? All right. Do you have line of sight to her right now?
I don't know. Do I?
Well, I'm asking you. Do you want to keep line of sight to her where you position yourself?
Yeah. Yes, I guess.
Okay. I asked that because it's her turn.
I know.
Next.
I knew that was going to be the case.
Oh boy. All right. Here we go. What do I want to do first?
He's let so many choices.
Okay. What is this? Jordan, where are you in relationship to the front door?
Well, I went under the root or whatever. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah. So, how close are you to Gesh and Jimbei?
I'm behind them because they're up on they were in the skull in front of me.
Yeah. Would you say you're within 20 feet of the front door?
Jesus.
If you were behind.
He said he was going near the skull, so yeah.
Yeah. So I would say you are, right?
Sure. Why not? Let's just say yeah.
All right.
I'll put myself in risk here. If the DM asks you if you're within 20 feet, you say no.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking logically. If you're next to the skull, you would be.
I'm totally just joking.
Okay. So she is going to hop out of the bath, just dripping blood everywhere as she does, falling off her, just sliding through her wrinkles and dripping onto the floor.
Can we take pictures and threaten to blackmail her?
I don't think she'd be. She's got her own website already set up, so she's cool. She's
Only
positive.
ma'ams.
She's body positive. And she stands in the middle of the room and she yells in. None of you speak Abyssal, right?
I might. Let me look.
I minored in it.
Okay.
No Abyssal.
Okay. I'm just trying to make it dramatic. It doesn't really matter. But she raises her hands and chants a spell, and Gesh, Jimbei, and Jordan, where you are standing in a 20-foot radius square. Sorry, 20-foot square, not radius. Giant black tentacles squirm out of the ground and flail and try to bludgeon you and restrain you. So I'm going to need each of you to try to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
All right.
And what's my DC plus? Oh, just one. 15.
15? I got a 15 too, but I don't know if that's good. I tied you.
Yeah, I got 13 plus 2, 15.
Okay. So
I have
you
14 plus 1.
you will each take 10 bludgeoning damage and are restrained by the tentacles.
So that's a fail, then you're saying.
That is all. Yeah, you all failed. A creature restrained by the tentacles can use your action to make a strength or dexterity check against the spell save DC. On a success, you free yourself.
Okay, what's this? Do we know what a success is?
It's pretty high.
Awesome. Okay. Can I still cast spells in this state? Is it just holding my feet?
Let me see.
Yeah, are we restrained, or can we?
You
We
are.
can't move, but does that mean we can't? Yeah, I don't know.
You got a tentacle up your butt, and you're just like,
It wouldn't be the first time this week.
Come on, this thing will
I've been
load.
training for this. His training would come in someday.
Restrained. If you are restrained, you have a speed of 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to your speed. Attack rolls against the creatures have advantage. The creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So you can still cast spells, but
That's
if
what I
it is,
figured, but I mean, didn't
yeah, you can't move. Okay, so that would be her turn, and next up is going to be Crow.
So are the tentacles like active?
So yes, let me tell you the rest.
So like if I move into that area, they'll try to grab
Yeah.
one.
So a creature that starts its turn in the area.
So if we
When
don't
a creature enters the affected area for the first time in a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed in a dexterity saving throw. So technically, I guess you guys wouldn't have taken the damage until you took a turn, but just to make things simpler.
So we won't take damage the next turn because we took it already.
Right.
Okay.
So how far am I away from getting inside to her if I successfully pass the dex check?
Let's see.
Could I make it in?
Yeah, you can make it. You can make it to her. Sure.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try to make it to her.
All right.
I'm going to roll my dex check. And I failed because I got a 16. I assume.
Yes, that is not a success. So you're going to take 10 bludgeoning damage and are restrained. but you have not taken your action yet this turn, so I suppose you could take your action to try to free yourself.
Which is strength, right?
Yes. It says strength or dexterity, but you have disadvantage on dexterity, so I'm guessing you probably want to do strength. That's
And I
probably
get
better for
advantage on strength.
Well, there you go. Even better.
So I got a 22.
Yeah, that'll do it. So you do free yourself. So you can actually finish your movement if you'd like.
I guess so. I won't be able to do anything to her.
But you can at least get out of the tentacle so you don't start your turn there next turn.
Into the house, yeah.
Yep.
And then
Great.
maybe be a target for her as opposed to other people.
Cool. All right. So next up is going to be
Nick.
Esmeralda.
Oh.
Can I yell or speak to Esmeralda?
Sure.
Wait. Esmeralda, make Crow invisible.
A little late for that, isn't it?
So she would have. It's a creature you can touch. So she says,
Too late.
"Yeah." She's like, "What am I, an idiot? I'm not going in that house just to make him invisible. Leave me vulnerable."
Then do Gesh.
Well, he's trained, and that doesn't gain us anything either.
Okay. What she is going to do?
Is ignore Mick.
Yeah.
It's all good. People should. Oh, just joking, Mick. I just ran through a group of tentacles. Who am I to give advice?
Boy, she does not have a whole lot that's going to help you at the moment. Shoot.
Make me invisible then.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. She
Come on and touch me.
She touches you, and you turn invisible for up to 1 minute concentration. And it is going to be your turn.
Okay. Visible or invisible, doesn't matter. If I got to go through the tentacles, I will have to roll, right?
Correct, because they will feel you.
All right. Well, I like to use all my movement to not go in the tentacles, but go far enough out. I can have a line of sight inside the house.
Sure. Let's see. Yeah, you can get like behind the skull,
Okay.
which would get you around the tentacles.
All right. Well,
And you can see in the house, and you can see her, but Crow is in between the two of you. So if you try to,
say with what I'm gonna do.
all right, fair enough.
I am going to cast a spell, 2nd level, silence, and it's a 20-foot radius. So if I put the middle of it in the center of the house, it should take up the entire interior of the house.
Sure would.
All right, so that means nothing can be heard, and no spell that requires verbal can be performed inside the house.
All right.
And then that's my turn.
Very good. Next up is Irina, who really can't do a whole lot at the moment.
Well, maybe if her fiance knows she's in danger, Strahd will come and kill us.
That's one of the reasons why I left her in combat.
That was my.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe she'll die and he'll come to rescue her. What's the worst that could happen?
And she dies. She dies with us, so there you go.
Okay. Just because I assume you're going to be fine with this, but too bad because she's looking out for herself because you guys have fucked her one too many times. She's going to cast protection from good and evil on herself.
It's okay.
And then start running the other direction.
Yeah, she puts a little bit of distance between her and the house, for sure. Next up is the house, which is asleep, for lack of a better word. And then Davian's up last. He turns into a raven and flies up towards the there's two cages, remember, on the side of the house with ravens in them. So he flies up to one of those. But his action is transforming, so that would take his action. And then Jordan, you held your action, so you can roll to see if you can break out of your...
Well, that's only if I want to get out. I'm right.
Yeah, I mean, sure, if you want to use your action to do that,
Cast
yes.
a spell with my action. I've already used my movement, haven't I?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can I see her?
But you will, if you're every turn you start in the tentacles, you take damage. So you're going to take damage next turn if you don't get out.
But then we already take damage for next turn?
Yeah.
Well,
No, you have it. You took for this turn.
no,
he
yeah,
said-
you would be,
we're
yes,
supposed to take
right.
it when
Yeah, you're right.
Give it to us early.
I'm gonna cast
So
Hellish
should I have taken damage whenever I ran into it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
because it's when you move in or start your turn.
Okay. Sorry.
So if I can see her, I want to cast a spell.
Okay, you can see her.
All right, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke at her. She has to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Well, I'm guessing that's not her strength. Nope. 13.
I'm a 14. Woohoo!
And
Okay.
what does Hellish Rebuke do?
Well, it does fire damage to her. A creature that I point at is surrounded by hellish flames, and since I'm using a 3rd level spell slot, I get to roll 4d10.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa! Good spell, Jordan.
We'll see if I roll any 10s though. 5 plus 5 makes 10. That's not good with 2 5s. I get 2 more rolls.
That's average.
6. That's not good. And 7. So what is that? 12 plus 10, 22.
22 is better than nothing.
All right.
So he's taking 50-something.
So that is back to the top of the order. So back to Gesh.
All right. Is the door cracked? Is there a way inside, or do I have to?
The door is fully open.
The knock?
The door is fully open. You can walk inside.
Okay. Cool.
But if
Am I able to peek inside
if you go
and see what's going on?
Mick casts silence in there, so you can't cast any verbal spells if you're inside.
But you still use like your breath weapon.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Okay. Well, first, can I peek inside, or is that like an action?
You can peek inside. By the way, Mick,
Okay.
how long does the silence last?
What do I see?
It lasts, I believe, 10 minutes or an hour. Let
Oh,
me check.
okay. So plenty of time either way.
10 minutes.
You see
What do I see?
crows fine behind, and in front of him is Baba Lysaga. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, wow,
He's
like right in front of
inside,
the doorway.
and she's right in front of him.
Okay. Am I able to run behind him and maybe go towards like behind the dresser, like try to
Yeah,
sneak
you
behind
can
him?
get
Maybe she's,
get inside
distracted by
without
him.
having her
Like
make
her
an
line of
opportunity
sight?
attack on you.
If you go inside, you can't cast spells. So.
Okay.
Verbal.
Right. Before I do that, before I do, can I cast
Yeah, that'll be your
Alter
action.
Self? Is there
If
some creature like that my character would know of that would have like sharp claws for digging, or maybe like
Yeah, I mean,
I would think like a rhinoceros with sharp claws or something, a triceratops with sharp claws and bust in there like Jumanji style.
so how does alter self work exactly?
I wrote down I had to roll a d6 and a +1, but I can look it up. I should be able to change into.
But
any
do you actually
creature pretty
change
much
into the
that
creature, or do you
exists.
just take the appearance?
You know what? It was a little loose on the definition because I don't think I can grow like 3 heads or something like that. You know what I mean? Like nothing too extreme.
Aquatic adaptation, change appearance, which transforms your appearance. You decide what you look like, including your height, weight, facial features, voice, hair length, coloration, distinguishing characteristics, if any. You can make yourself appear as a member of another race. Though none of your statistics change, you also don't appear as a creature of a different size than you, and your basic shape stays the same. If you are bipedal, you can't use this spell to become quadrupedal. For instance, at any time for the duration of the spell, you can use your action to change your appearance in this way again. You also have natural weapons you can do, as well as the aquatic adaptation.
Right. So
Right.
that's not like
Well,
what you're thinking.
Weapons,
What you're thinking of is polymorph.
Well, what I was thinking was the natural weapons. It's like you can grow claws, fangs, spines, things like that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
If I
sure.
could grow claws, maybe I can dig through the ground faster or something once I get to where I want to go.
Okay. I mean, it is a wooden floor.
Right. I just want to transform into that, and then if that's my action, then I'll stay outside.
Okay.
So I'd like to cast one more spell before going in.
Fair enough.
Cool.
It is one action.
Yeah. So that's your action, and you just stay put. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Jordan.
Okay, well then I wanted to understand the dexterity versus strength escaping the roots or whatever. You were saying that like you can roll versus your strength or versus your dexterity.
Yes, but while you are restrained by the tentacles, you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So,
which means I have to roll twice and take
the lower. Yeah. So strength is beneficial unless you have a extreme hindrance in strength.
I don't have any bonus in strength at all. It's just a flat roll.
Possibly. I mean, what's your dexterity bonus?
3.
So if you,
it's I mean, it's gamble either way. I understand. So, but this counts as my move or my action?
Takes as your action.
Okay. Then let me really think this through.
Can you handle another 10 points of damage?
Well, yeah. I mean, it would be.
It's 3d6.
How far away from the house can I get? Were I to break free, my choices are go into the house or go back, right?
Well, you go side to side, I would assume.
Well, there's more routes, right? It's just more stuff, right?
I mean, you could it's 20 feet square from the front of the door, so you can back up and still be within like 30, 40 feet of her.
And still see through the door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Interesting. All right. That's curious. Okay, then I will try to break free using my strength. 12.
No, it's not going to do it.
God damn it.
Jimbei.
Okay. I'm gonna try to break free using my strength. Now,
the problem with doing this is we're using up all of our turns too. We can't do crap. So
yeah, it's like I planned that.
Actually, let me think about this. Hang on, real quick.
Oh wait, Gesh. You were in the.
I forgot
too.
I was.
So
yeah.
You want to go back and retcon that and try to escape?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So roll a d20, add your strength.
19 plus 1.
All right, you break out,
Dirty
so
20.
you can extricate yourself. So if you do want to go into the house, you can, or you can run away from the house to get away from the tentacles.
Okay, am I able to like run behind Crow or like around the corner to where I wanted to hide behind the dresser?
Sure.
Okay.
So you're on the right side of the room. If you want to
Okay.
hide behind the dresser, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, and that's my action, right?
That is your action and your movement.
Cool. All right, sweet.
All right, so
Good.
back to Jimbei. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Is there any space, like, because Mick cast the silence spell inside, so the whole hut is silence. Is there any space between the vines and the hut, or do I have to go backwards if I want to be out of the vines and not in the silence?
Yes.
Okay, I have to go backwards if I want to do that. So I'm going to try the strength for my action.
Okay.
What's my strength bonus? Was 215.
Not going to cut it.
Okay. And then for my bonus action, though, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon and attack her with that.
So you're going to put it in the house.
Yeah, I'm going to cast it and move it into the house and attack her with it.
Okay.
And Spiritual Weapon at that level is 1d8 plus 4. Uh, 10.
All right. It is her turn, and she is just in a fit of rage going to run past Crow to get out of the house. So you do get an opportunity attack on her, Crow.
Okay. 22.
That'll hit.
And that'll just be normal, so 7.
Okay. So she runs out of the hut and into the skull.
Now, doesn't she have to, like, transverse the vines, too? Even if it's her spell? Because if I cast that, like, when I had that...
Yes, sure. Yep. Okay.
Because I know because I had that spell when I was a druid. And if I entered the area, it affected
So
me.
she fails that. And she's going to take 11 points of damage from that. And so she is just outside of the hut. She didn't make it to the skull. But she still does have her action.
Okay.
And she is going to point a finger at you, Jimbei.
Okay.
And make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Constitution. All right. Oh, and a big number. Constitution, 16.
Oof, just not quite. So the spell she is casting on you is called Finger of Death. And it does some damage.
Okay.
Holy mother.
You just look it up.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, you're okay. Actually, I'm just gonna forget rolling these dice. It's gonna be too many. I'm gonna do.
Can I read the description? Because this thing's awesome.
Might as well. I was going to look it up if you don't read it. So.
You send negative energy coursing through a creature that you can see within range, causing it searing pain. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. A humanoid killed by this spell rises at the start of your next turn as a zombie that is permanently under your command, following your verbal orders to the best of its ability.
Yep. So I rolled 34. So 34 plus 30 is 64 necrotic damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I assume you're just unconscious, not dead.
Oh, it said, okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'm unconscious then. Yes.
Okay. because it says humanoid killed by this spell.
Okay, yeah. I didn't go it didn't double my. I didn't go negative.
Right. Okay. So you are currently unconscious.
Yeah, I'm just unconscious.
All right. All right. So next up is Crow.
All right. So I can attack her and not be in the.
Yes, correct.
That's what I thought. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swing for the fences. 13. 18.
Yep.
27 damage.
Yikes.
And on the next one, I got 18
Yep.
and 19 damage.
Okay. That was painful. Next up is Esmeralda, who is going to guess she's going to try to use a lightning bolt against the witch. So I have to make a dexterity saving throw, which I have disadvantage on because I'm in the leads. Oh, but I got a 17. So she'll take half damage. But it's still 8d6. Damn.
Get her, Esmeralda. Jimbei says from he's hanging on to life.
So I rolled 27, so half of that would be 14. Okay. Next up is Mick.
Okay. Since this is my last turn of being invisible, I can, if I attack her with an arrow, I have advantage, right?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll give you that because she doesn't see you coming.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try that. Let's see here. Okay. 15.
15 just hits.
Hey, that's all I need. All right, so that will be. Oh, no, I activate my ability.
Yep.
So that will be 14 force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my second attack, fire a second arrow, and I do not have advantage on this one, right?
Correct.
All right, well, I'm going to use a luck point and re-roll that. All right, same as before, so I barely hit. So that will be standard damage. So 12 points.
All right.
And I'm going to use my movement to end my turn and just move in between her line of sight, and I'm putting Jordan in between me and her.
Okay. Let's see something real quick. Okay. So the dispel magic has worn off, so the hut rises back up. It is Arena's turn. And That's not going to help. Okay. Boy, she is not very useful. Hmm. Okay. I guess she is going to. She is surprised by the hut raising back up, so she's just going to try to attack one of the
Roots.
roots. So she bites her hand, and blood trickles out of it, and she forms her sword of blood. And she is going to attack. Oh, a nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
I doubt that'll bring the house down.
I
though.
doubt it will. Some of the dogs in that house has got some serious hit points. The jewel is the only way you're stopping that house.
Does 13 damage to it. That'd be
Oh,
double. Huh?
She carved her initial in it.
Yeah. Well, but it is double because it's a crit, so it's 26.
So she got both initials.
Maths are hard. Okay. And luckily, next up is the hut. Boy, who is in range of the hut?
I believe I'm in it.
You're in it. Gesh is in it. Jordan, you are entangled in the, and so is, and your Jimbei's unconscious. So I guess
Farther back.
you're farther back, and you're also still invisible, correct?
That it only lasts a minute, right?
Oh, so that's probably
I was
worn off.
invisible for 2 turns.
Okay. But it can move. So it is going to, it gets to attack 3 times.
Come on.
So it's going to attack Esmeralda, Arena, and oh shit. He doesn't even have to move. His attack reach is 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, joy.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 3 d20s. So the first one is against Esmeralda. That is going to hit for sure. That is going to hit Arena. And 17 to hit you, Mick.
I use a luck point. You rolled a natural 1.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well,
For that.
So against Esmeralda, it does 28 points of bludgeoning damage. And against Arena, it does 17 points. What is her hit points? What did I say? How much damage did it do against Esmeralda?
20 something.
26, I think.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Oh, she's got plenty. Okay. Cool.
Rude.
And last in the order is Davian, who is going to try to peck open the cage of ravens. So he's going to make a strength check. Okay. He does manage to crack one of them open, and so now he is, I'm going to consider him a swarm of ravens for the future turns.
Sweet.
There are.
All right, back to the top of the order, and Gesh, you're in the hut.
Government Joel.
Yeah, that's been my plan. I'm trying. All right, so can I see the crib from behind
Yep, the crib's right in the
now?
middle of the room.
Okay. And the witch is out already. There's like nothing.
You don't have to
find a baby
yeah.
or something.
Well, the baby is in the bath,
I go out
theoretically drowning.
Don't care.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to go for the jewel. Did the sound spell thing
No,
wear
it's
off
like
yet?
10 minutes.
When they
Okay.
Up to an hour, actually.
Well,
Good
then-
Lord.
well, wasn't it? Was it concentration, Mick, or was it?
Yeah, it's a concentration.
Then you just. Oh, you didn't take damage though because you dodged it. Okay.
All right. Well, then, if in that case, maybe do you think I could run outside the door, use my changing spell, run
Just
back
buy
inside?
the witch in the
Move the wood with your hands. Drag it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess an alternative is to like maybe I could go to where the crib is and then just start using, I guess, like daggers or whatever I have on me, anything sharp,
Yeah,
start
well-
digging to get to the jewel. I guess maybe I'll search first for like a latch just in
Okay,
case. You know?
so you run over, and there is no latch. It is just floorboards.
Okay. I will start trying to pry them loose. I have a crowbar as well.
Okay, make a strength check for me, please.
Okay. 14.
14, you are able to pry up a floorboard, and you can see the gem.
Okay. Can't grab it yet, though, right?
Right, that was your action.
Okay. Guess I will try again with the crowbar. But do I have to wait for another turn, right?
Yes.
Well, you can see it already. So.
Yeah, you can see it. So the gem is there.
Yeah.
Next turn, you can just try to grab it.
Okay.
What is the? I'm next. I know, right?
Yeah.
What is the order here? Like who goes after me?
You and Jinbei have turns before she does.
Okay, and then it's her, and then everybody else in the hut. And everything. Okay. Is
To start your turn, you take 10 damage from the vines.
okay. I'll do that real quick.
Kill her.
I understand. I'm just trying to decide: is asking my patron for help considered my action?
Yes, because you will cast a spell.
Through me, I am the conduit to casting
Yes,
that spell.
correct.
Yeah, because that's what I'm trying to figure out, Jembe, was do I cast a spell and then ask my patron to do it, or do I use my turn to do that? In which case, where are we? If I was later in the order, I'd wait to see if Crow could get another good hit in, but being that it's
I'm
my
up in the
turn,
air.
Yeah, he's gonna have to jump down.
yeah.
I could jump down, yeah. But
Well, you'll take some
Alright,
fall damage.
Yeah, right. How does she look? Like, is she looking like
She looks pretty rough. She's bloodied for sure.
Have at her, man.
Well, because I can cast another Hellish Rebuke, but that's my last spell slot. Or I can ask the patron to do it. If I get hit with a spell like Jembe did, I can never ask my patron. That's the problem, right? So might as well just go for broke and roll literally roll the dice.
Hey, go for broke and use your last slot.
No, because that's the opposite of what I'm thinking. If I use my last, I know we're not just technically discussing it. You're not going to sway me one way or the other. I'm going with the patron, but because if I use my last spell slot and she doesn't die and she kills me, I can never ask my patron for help. I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Djembe got hit with one spell, and it was 60 damage. So at that point, I can't even call on the patron. You guys are all hosed. So it's kind of like do it now or don't do it. That's kind of my feeling on it.
Right.
So yeah,
Djembe doesn't get a turn because he's dead. Or
He is-
unconscious.
he's sitting there in silence. Yeah. So I'm gonna call on my patron for aid.
All right. So tell me, let's have that conversation.
I was hoping you.
Does time slow down?
Yeah, you go into a time bubble. Talking is a free action.
How long is the conversation last?
As long as you want it to be.
See, let me get. Yeah.
You got to get into character.
Yeah. Without quoting Britney Spears, oops, I did it again.
Oh, Jordan, quit playing with my heart and let's get on with it.
Yeah, we got a giant hut here and a horrible witch, and she's taking us out pretty quick. I'm gonna need something that we got to put this witch down. Yeah.
Yes, I'm quite disappointed in you, John, just going in guns blazing like that. But at the same time, I'm quite pleased because we've come to this crossroads.
I knew if nothing else, this moment would please you.
Oh, would you do
But
this
if
all for me?
If you're unable to help us right now, you're not going to get a chance to see how far this vessel can take you.
He says, "Oh no, I can help. Let's do the damn thing." So let's do this in reverse order. So I'm gonna have him cast the spell, then I'll roll to see if he takes over you.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna love this if we eventually have to put you down.
Hey, that's all for the team.
He says, "Check this shit out." And you feel your arm just raise on its own, and you point at her. And he casts Power Word Kill, which if a creature, you utter a word of power that can compel one creature you see within range to die instantly. If the creature you choose has 100 hit points or fewer, which it does, it dies.
Okay.
So you just see her in her head just blood starts coming out like she's having major hemorrhages, just blood from every orifice of her face, and she just crumbles into a pile in front of you.
Now,
That's awesome.
does it affect the hut at all?
The hut is still activated.
Animated.
It's still animated. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to roll a d20. If I roll a 1,
Yeah.
oh, I rolled a 3.
Ooh, what does that do?
That means that he once again does not take over your soul.
Okay.
Or your
What
mind.
about the vines that are holding us?
The vines disappear.
Okay, that's good.
But next time you call on him, he uses a
D12.
D12. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd also get to roll on this other chart to see what madness you gain, which is where.
I honestly didn't think I had a choice at this point. One bad spell from her, and if you got in that damn skull, I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah, I didn't get to use a lot of fun spells I wanted to use.
Well, you got used. And now what? When Djembe comes back to life or whatever, he's not a zombie now because she's dead.
That's only if he dies from this.
Yeah, he wasn't a zombie anyway.
Yeah, I had to die.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
He's just mostly dead.
Mostly dead. Not dead yet.
All right.
When we're done with this bit, can I ask a outside of character question?
Certainly.
I just want to know how much health she had left. If I could have just killed her on my own.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
She had like 10.
if I'd had a successful hit with that Hellish Rebuke, I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
Okay.
This might have been a waste.
So, you now you suddenly you feel when he casts the power word kill, you feel him trying to invade your brain, and you are able to fend him off by concentrating and whatever. But it definitely exhausts you, and once you feel him kind of give up on trying to intrude in your brain, you notice that you have uncontrollable tremors and tics, which impose disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws that involve strength or dexterity for 20 hours.
So the ticks only last 20 hours?
Yes.
Okay.
So today, or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know what time of day it is.
Yeah. But I mean, after likely, after if you survive this. Because you still have to finish off this hut.
So what was her health at?
It was a 4.
Oh my god!
Jordan quit.
So even if you would have critically failed every roll,
You could have used Eldritch Blast.
I told her she was bloodied.
No,
Wouldn't matter if you died. I would have. Me and Crow were left. We could have got.
no, I could have failed all my rolls and gotten ones, and I still would have gotten 4
Still would've
damage on it with Hellish
Yes.
Rebuke. So that sucks.
Well, we still have a house. Even if you got her, we still have the house.
And guess I've got to get that stone.
Yeah. Okay. So Jordan's gone. Who's next? 'Cause
It's Jimbei's turn. Roll a d20.
I haven't used my move.
Oh yeah, sure.
So is it like looming over me at this point?
Yeah, it's pretty much like right up all in your business.
Um,
But remember, it does have a 60-foot attack range. So
but I could sprint 60 feet, right?
yeah.
So let me.
But no, you can't dash because a dash is an action
Right. All right, then I'll move 30 feet
away.
Yeah, I guess I'll back up 30 feet away from who's the furthest person back? Is it Irina?
Yeah, either Arena or Mick.
All right, well, I'll back up towards Mick then.
Okay. So yeah, Jimbei, roll a d20.
11.
That's a 1 success.
Woohoo! 1 success. Barely.
Crow.
yes, I'll run over and try to pull the acorn gem out of the floor.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Crit failed.
Oh, good. So when you reach into the hole, a magical mouth clamps shut on your hand. And you are going to take 24 damage, piercing damage. And you pull your hand back without the gem.
Okay. Does it appear that the gem's still in there? Or did
The gem is still definitely in there. It is just trapped.
Gotcha.
It is magically trapped.
Delicious.
So a mouth just bit him out of nowhere, or the gem opened up.
No, the floor actually formed a mouth, like it, clamped shut on him. Okay. Next up is Esmeralda, who is going to attack the house. And she gets 2 attacks, one with a rapier and one with a hand axe. And she's going to hit both of those. Yep, both of those. So for that one, oh, that's the wrong dice. She does 20 damage.
So she scratches her initials into the tree.
What's that?
So she scratches her initials into the
Yeah.
tree.
Mick.
Okay. How far away am I from Jimbei?
You can reach him. You're about 20 feet, 20, 30 feet.
20 or 30.
Well, you were. How far from the skull were you?
I was right outside the vines that were holding them.
Okay, so then you're 15 feet, actually.
Okay. Well, I'll move 15 feet and cure wounds. So that will
bring him back to 1.
Yeah, that'll bring him back to 1. I don't even have to roll, do I? Because I can't add on. I can only bring him to 1, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, then I'll bring him to 1, and I believe I can then Misty Step into the house, right?
As a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Sure.
All right. Well, I Misty Step into the house and use whatever remaining I have to get next to Crow and Gesh.
Sure, you got it. Arena is up next. She's going to use her blood dagger again. And that will hit. And she's going to do whole 9 damage.
Hey, that would have killed the witch a second ago.
Yeah, sure would have. All right. So the hut is up next. It is going to target. So let's see. Gesh, Crow, and Mick are all in the house. Jimbei, Jordan. It's going to target both of you and Esmeralda. So Jordan.
We die.
Don't re-die on me, Jim.
I go unconscious.
Jordan, it's 18 against your armor class.
That hits.
17 against your armor class, Jimbei.
No, I have 18.
And definitely hits against Esmeralda. So cool. So you lucked out. Jordan. It does 28 damage to you.
Unconscious.
And against Esmeralda, it does 20. All right. And then Davian in his Murder of Crows, or his Unkindness of Ravens, is up next.
Don't you dare call it that.
And he is going to attack, or they are going to attack the hut, and they do hit. They do 16 damage. And back to the top of the order, Gesh.
Okay, I'm going to try my crowbar again to pry this board open.
The board is open. The gem is available if you want to try to reach in, but you just saw Crow get snapped in his hand, almost taken off by the...
Right.
I'm
just going to try to grab it anyways. I think that's the only trap that we'll see.
All right, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 19.
does not pass.
Oh.
So it clamps shut on you as well. But it only does 8 damage to you.
Okay.
But the gem is not moved.
Can I ask why you didn't use the crowbar since you saw
I did.
Chucked.
I did before.
Well,
You said the board was open, but you just got to grab it.
You can't like. Well, anyway, do you want to try to lift it up with the crowbar instead? You want to retcon that?
I mean, sure. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, honestly, whatever. This is fine. I mean, it's too late. Let's go next round. It's fine.
Jordan, make a saving throw.
Three.
All right. Jimbei.
Jordan didn't save, but I'm gonna try to end this. I'm gonna take a shot at trying to end this and cast the spell magic on the hut again.
Okay. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
That is definitely did not pass that one. So it falls asleep again.
Okay.
Ah.
I can't believe it worked twice.
So are we still in combat, or are we now out of combat because it's asleep?
You're still in combat because it's asleep. It's not unconscious. So you're still in combat until it is incapacitated somehow.
Now I'm trying to grab it. I don't know if that's all the magic, but
Crow.
I'll try to reach for the gem again, especially since
Go
it's
for it.
unconscious. Would the magic spell that made the trap be dispelled?
I just dispelled magic on the hut. So I don't know.
I guess you'll have to find out.
Well, I rolled a 9.
Okay. So it still clamps shut on you because there's a separate spell protecting the gem that is animating the hut.
Gotcha.
So unless it is not an area of effect, it is a target, right, for dispel magic?
Dispel magic was, hang on. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
So
When you cast a spell, automatically end the effects of a spell on the target. If the spell level is equal to. So technically, it would end one thing.
right. Okay. So take 6 damage.
Okay.
Guess you should have cast it on the floorboards.
I'm outside. I couldn't tell that that's what was happening to their hands. So
Yeah, right. That is a fair point. Esmeralda is going to continue her assault on the roots. She's going to hit it twice again. 22 damage. Mick, it's your turn.
Okay, since I'm right there watching these guys reach their hands in, I'm going to not do that. And I will take out a short sword and try to attack and stab the floorboard, see if that does anything.
So you're attacking the floorboards, like where they're closing, or down?
I'm stabbing, trying to stab the gem to see if I can get through the magic to the gem or whatever.
So you're trying to stab into the gem, the thing you're trying to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they keep reaching for it and it's closing around them. I want to see if I can get to
Make an attack roll.
Okay. That would be a 18.
Okay. You stab the gem, and
next to the gem, not the gem.
and it explodes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need everyone in the hut to make a dexterity saving throw.
So the whole purpose was to save the gem.
Well, I didn't know it was going to explode. I mean, come on.
Yeah. The whole point of all of this.
No, I roll. Got a 19.
I think what are we rolling out? It's a D20, and I add my modifier.
Your dexterity modifier.
Okay. 19.
Yes.
Gesh.
21.
All right, Gesh saves. So you take 11 points of damage as you fly out of the house, and
Okay.
Crow and Mick, you take 22.
Okay.
So the good news, the hut falls down and is definitely quite deceased. The bad news is the gem is no more, and it is not recoverable.
We're that close. We're that close.
So close.
You couldn't stab the board right beside the gem.
Well, I didn't know if that would do anything. They kept reaching for the gem, and it kept biting them. Gems don't usually explode when you hit them; they chip or something. So I was just seeing if I
When
could.
was the last time you attacked a magical gem?
I've never attacked a magical gem. How do I know what's going to happen?
Is anyone else currently unconscious, or is it just Jordan?
Just Jordan. I'm gonna walk up. You haven't rolled to see what my from being unconscious.
Yes. No, don't worry. I'm not.
I'm gonna walk over and cast Spare the Dying on Jordan.
Great.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to wish Mick was dead. I would not cast Spare the Dying.
Hey, I killed the house. Okay.
You did kill the house. I'll give you that.
For being there, so all of that was for nothing.
Okay.
I kept the witch from casting many spells.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, Jimbei. Oh,
Okay.
Jimbei.
It's Jordan, not Djembe, right?
Well, we were both unconscious.
Yeah, I never rolled his
He never rolled.
his lingering injury.
Oh.
You lost an eye.
Oh, okay.
What that means is you have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight and on ranged attack rolls. Magic such as regenerate can restore the eye. If you have no eyes after sustaining this injury, you're blinded. So you currently are short one eye, so you have disadvantage on perception checks and ranged attack rolls.
So, is that only that particular spell would fix it, or is it like when you say regeneration? I'm just like
It says magic such as the regenerate spell.
okay.
So if you can find something to make an argument to me that it should work to restore your eye, then I will.
Oh, I was just wondering if like regular healing spells would do it, but
No, regular healing spells definitely will not do it
okay, it's gotta be like regeneration. Okay.
because your eye is done gone.
Okay. So I need and you say what was the disadvantages just so I keep track?
Disadvantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight and on ranged attack rolls.
Check and ranged attacks. Okay. Okay. I just want to keep track.
And Jordan, you have broken ribs.
How come I've been unconscious once and I got eyes and everybody else has got like
Hey, I rolled a 1 for you. At least you didn't lose a foot or a leg, which is a possibility. Broken ribs. Whenever you attempt an action in combat, you must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you lose your action and cannot use reactions until the start of your next turn. But it does heal if you receive magical healing or if you spend 10 days doing nothing but resting.
Okay.
all right, well I'm going to so we've all gathered up, realized that so has Davian like attacked Mick.
Yeah. Davian lands and is like, "What the fuck?"
I know it explode. I know it would explode.
He's like, let's just get out of here before the fuck. He just starts walking off.
So before we go, I'm gonna before we walk off, okay, where is everyone at damage wise? Because I can.
Jordan's at 1.
George at 1, I'm at 1. So those are 2 of my 6. So I only got 4 more people I can heal with.
I am at 30 of
I got
58.
6.
You're at 30 of 58. I ain't paying attention to you. What do you got, Gus? What do you got, Crow?
I'm not bloodied. So
Okay.
Arena's at 32. Esmeralda's at 34.
Okay, so and Davian didn't take any.
Right.
Okay. So I guess I got 6 people. So technically, I can still actually give Nick some health too, although I don't really want to.
I'll take 2. I'll take 2. I'll take 2.
Hang on, it's a spell. It's per. I don't think I could do that.
It's 6 targets.
Yeah, 6 targets. 2d8. So let's hopefully I'll roll decently on my everybody.
was you doing it on me also? Or
No.
Everyone that has you said you didn't have damage. Or you didn't
no, I
have
said I wasn't bloodied.
Okay.
I had damage, but not.
Okay.
I'm above half.
Oh, well, how much what's your
Esmeralda is fairly hurt. Arena is, someone you want to keep alive, but
Yeah, so it's you or Mick. So who's worse off?
I told you, I'm 30 of 58.
Grow.
I'm 42 of 73.
I'm going to go with Mick just because he's overall lower. So, and it was, what was it? It's 2. Is there anything to it? It's just 2d8 plus my spell casting modifier, which is another 4. So 13.
great.
Right? Yeah.
Does that heal my cracked ribs or no?
Yep.
Okay.
It says any magical healing.
Okay. I didn't know if it had to have any kind of a certain amount. All right.
And
I am now.
and then I'm going to, before we go, is the skull still floating there? I want to investigate this skull.
No, the skull was definitely imbued with her magic, so
Okay.
the levitation stopped and it came crashing down to the ground.
I'm
Can I-
okay, baby.
Can I use detect magic on the hut and just see if there's any like magical objects that maybe that we can recover?
Sure. And I will also tell you when she died, there's fog and mist around everywhere in this area, but when you came in here, you noticed that it was definitely thicker and kind of felt worse. And when she died, some of the fog lifted.
We all just gonna ignore the dead baby.
I'm fishing it out of the tub. I already said that.
Okay. What are you gonna do with it?
My question is there actually a dead baby? Or is that just something with her magic?
Well, once Alec does for the magic stuff, he'll tell me.
Well, did you even know that there was a baby? The only people that saw that were me and Gus.
I assume y'all definitely shouted out, "It's a baby."
I didn't shout.
Well, you should have. You probably would have.
No, they should have shouted, "Don't hit the stone."
Yeah. You're whack you instead of healing you from breaking the stone.
All right, her hut. Okay,
so her body, but she doesn't have on any clothes.
Yeah, yeah, she is not geared up. So, Jordan, you detect magic in the hut.
Yes.
There is a chest on the back wall that some magical force is coming from. Yes.
How what's the size of it?
What's the size of the force of the magical force?
Well,
Of the chest.
of the chest. Is this like I'm thinking, is it a steamer trunk? Is it like a little music box?
Yeah, no, it's like a footlocker. You can see it in the picture.
Oh,
on
I didn't.
the-
Sorry.
Sorry,
I'll go
it's
back
on the
to
back wall in between the tub and the bed. So it's like about 4 feet long.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna tell everybody there's a magical footlocker in there. if you guys, I don't want to try opening it with my health like what it is right now, but if you guys want to,
Rick's got health. Send him in there.
if anybody wants to try to check it out.
Hey, I'll do it, but first tell me, do I find anything in the tub like a baby?
All right, so you reach your hand into the blood of the tub, and you fish around for a while, and you do not feel anything solid in there.
Dissolved.
Okay, then.
I have a bloody arm.
I'm gonna now try to.
Caving in.
I'm a ghost, like that matter. I'm gonna try and open the chest. Then I'll take out a short sword and have at thee, or a dagger.
Don't stab it.
Well, first off, is it locked? I assume it's locked.
There is you see like a lock. It's not like a lock on it, but there is like a latch that is not just like, you can't tell from looking at it if it is locked. No.
Well, I try it. Is it locked?
A giant scorpion comes out and
So first of all, make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
He was done. I just want to say
17.
for the
Okay.
all standing behind the door, like peeking, because we knew something bad was going to happen to play, and laughing. Just for the record. Just take the picture for everybody else, because we knew this was going to happen.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
So you did save the throw, but it still casts a huge crack of thunder emanates from it when you try to open it, and you take 15 points of thunder damage.
Okay. So what do I find?
What's that?
So what do I find?
Oh, nothing. You did not open it. When you went to touch it, that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Jinbei's gonna need to dispel some magic on this sucker.
I
too.
don't. I can't. That's a third level. All my third levels are gone.
Are you still detecting magic?
Yeah.
You make an intelligence check for me.
Well, I don't have a lot of that. I meant personally. I mean.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. You can tell that whatever blasted him, it was like a one-time thing. But you're still detecting some magical force.
Yeah, we made the right choice. Sending
But a
Mick.
lot less magic.
That's what you're telling us.
Hey Mick, I go. You just reminded me of Dracula Dead and Loving It when he's like, I don't know if you've seen that moment when he's like driving the stake into the body and like just explosion of blood covers the guy. And then Mel Brooks leans out from behind the things like, hit her again. Do it one more time.
I open it again. See if I can open it.
And I peek at Mick and I'm like, I think you're good now. Try it again.
One more time.
Snickering. I was like,
I seriously, it's not a very good Mel Brooks movie, but that scene alone is
That
incredible.
scene is really
It's
good.
Steven Weber is like pounding the stake into her heart, and every time he hits her, they've got this explosion of blood, and he's in this white pirate shirt that's like drenching, and Mel Brooks keeps peeking out. She's not quite dead yet. One more time.
Hit her again.
It's one of my favorite Mel Brooks.
That scene.
Oh my god, that scene is so perfect.
Okay. So what's going on?
Mick's gonna try again.
I try to open it again.
All right. It is not locked, and you do open the lid, and when you do, 4 disembodied hands come springing out of the chest and try to attack you.
Oh, Jesus.
So what's your armor class?
16.
Okay. So 2 of them are going to hit you and 2 of them don't.
Sorry.
It takes 7 points of damage,
Okay.
and I need everyone to roll initiative, I guess.
How many of them are there?
There's 4.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a 15.
10. Or no, 11. You have a plus 1. 11.
I have 12.
9.
10.
What'd you get, Jinbei?
11.
Jordan, you're first.
All right, I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast at a double blast at one of the hands. All right, does a 14 hit?
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. I got to roll for each blast, don't I?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, that was a 1, so that one didn't.
Okay.
All right, 11 points of damage.
All right, you explode that one.
All right, there you go.
Mick.
All right, I go at one with a short sword.
Yep.
I'll activate my ability too, just for good measure. So that's a dirty 20.
Yep.
So that will be 16 force damage.
Yep, it did.
All right, so now I'll do my second attack at another one. That'll be 13 to hit.
Yep.
All right, and that'll be 7 points of damage.
All right, it's dead too.
And then there was one.
Gesh.
For the record, I shot at one of the ones that was not attacking Mick yet. He took care of his own too.
Yeah, Gesh.
I use Firebolt. It's 2d10s. So I got 4 on 1.
We gotta roll your.
Yeah, roll to see if you hit first.
Oh, okay, sorry. 17.
Yep.
Okay. Is it D8 or D10? D10. 6 and 3.
All right. You killed all the hands, and you can now loot the treasure.
Yay.
I go back a third time. What do I see inside?
You see 1,300 gold pieces.
Oh, wow.
You see 5 gems that are valued at 500 gold pieces each.
Holy moly.
You find a vial containing the oil of sharpness. 2 spell scrolls, which I don't know if any of you use scrolls, so that might be no good.
I use a spell book, but I think I need to. I don't have any open. I can't learn any new spells, but I use a spell book. That's part of my
it's
I
tome.
thought anybody could use spells. I mean, I thought anybody could
Oh
use
yeah, because they're one-time use things, right?
Yeah.
Mass cure wounds and revivify.
Ooh, that's good.
Revivify, okay.
A pouch containing 10 +1 sling bullets. If anyone uses slings.
I do not.
So you're saying there's no arrows?
A set of pipes of haunting.
Pipes of
Pipes
what?
of what?
Pipes of haunting.
Pipes of haunting. Okay.
And
Isn't that just bad plumbing?
and a stone of good luck.
Stone of good luck.
Something tells me I need that.
No. We're not wasting our luck on you.
Yeah, you might break it. Oops, I broke the good luck charm.
So
It became a bad luck charm.
just to let you guys know, in this area that we're in, the only thing you really didn't explore was there's a couple of places south of you. So there was the what looks like the ruins of the mansion with the little courtyard garden, and then the ruins of a churchyard. So if you would like to check either of those things out, otherwise you can continue on. You were originally thinking about cutting through the wilderness to get down to the other place you wanted to check out, or you can head back up towards Vallaki.
Where are we at in the day?
It's getting pretty late, for sure.
Just like
You are not going to make it anywhere before nightfall. You are going to have to find some place to stay.
Let's just stay.
I was gonna say, should we just stay in this hut?
What's the worst that could happen?
Well,
The
tub of blood though.
the hut did explode. I don't think it's very safe
Okay.
shelter.
Oh well.
Oh, okay. So like the roof and everything came off. Like
Yeah. It definitely big boom.
Okay.
We're
Uh,
climbing stuff.
Worse shelter than being just outdoors, I guess.
Maybe we should ask Devon or whatever. What's the closest?
You probably shouldn't ask him anything.
I mean, the mansion ruins do still have some walls.
Okay.
It doesn't really have like a roof anymore, but it's built. It is some sort of shelter.
I would like to step outside and play these pipes of haunting, see what happens.
No!
Okay.
No! I'm taking those away from him. We are not allowing him to do that.
Well, I mean, does it come with instructions, or is that the only way we'll find out?
No, you are not doing this. Because you'll like to kill us or something. No.
That's why I'm going outside away from you.
No! I will attack you before I let you play these pipes. I kid you not.
Well, first of all, you need to be proficient with wind instruments to be able to use the pipes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's like none of us.
Yeah, so you probably need like a bard or something to be able to use them.
I can, like, what kind of instrument? Because I can play a horn.
Yeah, I mean that would be a wind instrument, sure.
No!
I'm not saying I'm going to do it.
What's wrong with you people?
Even my character is not stupid enough to do that
All right. So,
until I find out what it does.
So how do we find out how the Stone of Good Luck works?
1,300 gold. I'm going to like divide that between all of us. I'm going to take my share.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's enough for one gem each, and I don't know how about the 1,300.
Yeah, Esmeralda says, "Fuck me, I guess." Yes.
No, I was going to split like with Esmeralda and Davian the cash. Yeah, I was.
I don't want any of the
Davian doesn't care.
Davian doesn't. Okay. Well, we'll split with Esmeralda.
Davian assumes that he's going on a suicide mission, that this is going to be his last thing that he does in his life. But Esmeralda definitely is in it for.
All right, so 215 gold pieces.
Yeah, You can give my gold piece to someone else. I just want a gem and maybe a spell.
The Stone of Good Luck requires attunement.
Okay, I would like to attune to that then.
All right, you do that. You do that during a long rest.
Okay.
No, we don't give him the good luck. Give that to Jordan.
Well,
You guys want to roll for it?
I mean, we can all look through
I
the
was
treasure
gonna
and divide it
say-
equally.
Let me figure out what it does.
Oh.
And then once we know, I'll give it to Jordan because I would rather have my arrows than the
Out
stone.
of all the
I
things
wanna know
here,
what
I
it
would
does.
really like to have.
You can attune to two things.
Oh, well, I'll still give it away. I just want to find out what it does, so I'll be the guinea pig.
Okay.
Unless anyone objects, I would like the oil of sharpness.
The what?
Oil of sharpness.
Oil of sharpness. I don't. Yeah. What is
Put that on your blade.
It's like cologne, right? Huh?
Yeah, you put it on your blade. You
Put a
know, you
little
pat
oil
it.
of sharpness on.
I'm thinking give that to Crow for sure.
I'll try the good luck stone of good luck just to see what it does, but then depending on what it does, I'll give it to one of you guys. All I want's one gem and the revivify spell.
So in terms of
So you
master wounds, like the spells, the documents,
yeah.
the scrolls. That's what basically that's what I already have that. Other than I have the side effect with that. So
Yeah, but I think the scroll of I think a scroll is a one-time use. I think it dies afterwards.
that's what I mean. So somebody else should take that. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, okay. So you would recognize the oil of sharpness, so you would know what that does. It's a clear gelatinous oil that sparkles with tiny, ultra-thin silver shards. The oil can coat one slashing or piercing weapon or up to 5 pieces of slashing or piercing ammunition. Apply the oil, takes 1 minute for 1 hour. The coated item is magical and has +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls
And it's only for an hour.
for an hour.
Yeah, but it makes it magical, so I
Yeah,
can
and-
actually hit stuff. this
And it-
magical.
And it,
Well, yeah, but I mean,
but it does take a minute, so you would have to either spend
Yeah.
a couple turns doing it or do it before you go into battle.
And I would suggest the Mass Cure Wound spell be given to Gesh, and I'll take Revivify.
what does Revivify do?
You touch a creature that has died within the last minute. That creature returns to life with 1 hit point. This spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts. Sorry about your eye.
No, but like you already have a healing spell. So
Yeah, I have Cure Wounds. That's it.
Gordon can already heal or bring somebody back. Give it to Gesh or Crow who can't bring somebody back, and unless they use that spell.
Well, no,
Give him,
I let him have the
thing
Mass
is, if
Cure
they
Wounds.
die, we could get the scroll off of them.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it makes more sense because you don't need that spell to bring somebody back, whereas they would. You can
No, that's like dead.
Yeah,
dead.
That's
Yeah, that's
deceased,
dead.
not
Okay.
unconscious.
and I'm a ranger. I don't have many spell slots, so
Yeah, that is deceased.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
That's like what happened to Mick dead.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to use it on
Which
that.
I was going to say, you could.
can't. I've been dead too long.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. That's
All right, so you want to spend the night in this mansion ruins, or do you want to? Well, I mean, do you want to
Mansion ruins,
explore?
we
Do you want to
haven't-
explore the mansion ruins to see if you want to spend the night there?
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
let's use the rest of our time tonight just exploring that to see if it's okay.
Okay.
It's
Toward
become a Scooby-Doo episode.
Towards the south end of the village lie the remains of a mansion built on higher ground. It has been reduced to piles of stones and rotting timber. Empty, the arched windows stare at you. South of the ruin, an untamed garden runs rampant, surrounded by broken walls that are no longer able to contain it. East of the ruin, someone has erected a crude wooden fence, forming a circular yard in which several goats are penned. Surmounting the fence posts are human skulls.
right. That's where she was storing her goats, we believe.
Yeah. The Wizard Face told us she was obsessed with. Yeah.
Do we want to do any of this, or just before our long rest, retreat back to where the one woman, the Raven chick, was at on the other side of the river?
That's an open field, but I mean, I don't know.
I know, but it's work for her.
Yeah,
But she can also transform into a raven.
Well, that's true.
I don't
Hey,
know.
look on the bright side. It has to be
We're getting low on everything, so
it has to be a super, super evil like Strahd to go there. Anyone else would be too afraid. So we got that going for us. That at least if someone comes, we're gonna die. There's no if about a battle or anything. So
not necessarily wrong. So, I don't know. Jordan, what do you think? What should we do? Should we explore this ruin, or do we?
I mean, I mean, I don't know how. I mean, it could take a long time to explore a mansion. The ruins of the mansion.
one room with no windows, or one window and one entryway. That's all we need to explore, and just barricade ourselves in there.
I mean, I guess to go inside and find a place to sleep is exploring, right? So, I mean, we're gonna have to go in and look around a little bit to find a room we think.
We're gonna try to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in the words of Jinbei, engage.
We could just barricade ourselves and just go ahead and set up camp and
Start
take
it.
turns on the night and watching different doors. Being, yeah, that thing's locked in here with us. We're not locked in here with it.
All right. Are we approaching this thing? I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is the door
There-
door open?
There is no door.
Oh well, okay.
Like, how much of this is like you say it's a ruin? Like, is there still like a roof? Is it like what are we looking at?
No, it is basically piles of stone and rotting wood, but it is more of a shelter than sitting in the middle of a field.
Okay.
It is the most shelter-like thing you can see at the moment. If you'd like to continue on and forget about it and go somewhere else, you can. But
No.
But it's dark now, right?
it is not dark yet, but it is getting towards nighttime.
Hey,
So you
Jordan,
wouldn't be able to get too
detect
much
any
further.
magic.
Yeah. Why don't you detect magic and see if there's anything magic inside? That'll-
Well, absolutely. Before we go in, I would do that. Yeah.
We're moving toward it. There you go. So, and Jordan's gonna, when we get close enough, he's gonna detect magic.
I'll put Mick in front of me, and then I'll tell him it's all safe.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you detect something magical.
In the ruin, or like
Yeah, within the inside of the ruins. Yeah.
Can you know a direction?
I don't think that's how the spell
Turn right, turn left?
No.
No?
You detect a magical force within the confines of the ruins.
In the kitchen, there's a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Okay, I'll walk in the ruins.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. You walk in, and as you do, a ghost takes shapes in the fog in front of you, assuming the form of a giant of a man. His features mutilated and his entrails hanging out like frayed ropes. Despite its intimidating presence, the apparition has a cringing light in its eyes. And it speaks, and it says, "Why do you invade my home? Begone, I beseech you."
I am sorry, my fellow ghost. I didn't know this was your home. We're looking for shelter just for the night. Would we be permitted to stay just until the morning?
He says, "I am the burgomaster of these lands, or was it in my life."
What happened?
Are the rest of you inside, or is it still just Mick?
I think it's just Mick at this point. Yeah.
Um,
Dr. Mick, tell him what we did. Come on.
Can I see Mick from where I am? Because I can do that
Probably.
spell where I'm talking to him.
Yeah.
Or that cantrip, I should say.
I'm trying to find some information here. 1 second.
So
They never put stuff in like logical orders in this thing.
yeah. So is what you said it, or were you going to add something?
No, I'm just trying to make sure I give you the right information.
Okay. Well, I'll let you find that before I talk.
Why do we send like Mick into these conversations? He's like the worst one to say.
Did we send him, or did he just walk in?
I know he just goes.
That's what I thought.
We're debating a strategy, and we look up, and he says, "Leroy Jenkins." Oh my God. That's really
Just
what
have fried chicken.
change your name. Now that
He always comes back with like one missing finger every time.
Or a ghost. Comes back a ghost.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Go ahead. What was your question? Do you want to stay here?
Yeah, my question was, can I and my living friends stay until the morning? We just defeated the Baba Lysaga, and we're hurt. We need to rest.
He says, "I wish I could rest, but I cannot. I've not until Marina rests."
Marina. That name sounds familiar. Who is Marina?
He says, "Marina was a beautiful young girl who lived in this village, an innocent girl who caught the eye of Strahd many, many years ago." He says, she it was no fault of her own. She was born with a striking resemblance to his love Titania, and he feasted on her to try to turn her to a vampire. And myself and the local priest, I convinced him to kill her before he could kill her. We tried to spare her life, but it was at the cost of her life to do so. And now I roam these lands until she is at rest.
Well, Mr. Burgermaster, have I got a surprise for you? Hey, Arena, come here.
She sighs and walks in, and he sees her and he says, Marina, is it you? And then he vanishes.
Then I turn around to the rest of the guys. We got it till the morning.
Perfect.
Come on, man. You had the perfect opportunity to do the poltergeist. This house is clear.
I've never seen Poltergeist. I don't do horror.
Nice. That's awesome.
Okay, should we call it there and let you rest for the night and then pick up next week?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I can't believe we survived. Yeah,
I mean,
we
yeah, we'll
survived.
see what happens. We'll see what happens during the night, but
Well, we survived.
We possibly level up then?
yeah, I'm gonna let you level up for sure.
Yay.
By the way, if she had one more turn, she was gonna cast something really funny. So I'm super bummed that she didn't get to do this.
By really funny, I mean deadly.
She was gonna cast something called Gaius on Crow. And let me read this to you. You place a magical command on a creature that you see within range, forcing it to carry out some service or refrain from some action or course of activity as you decide. If the creature can understand you, it must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the creature is charmed by you, it takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner directly counter to your instructions, but no more than once per day. A creature that can't understand you is unaffected. So basically, it's an enchantment spell, so it does not need concentration, so it would last even after she died. The duration is 30 days, but I was going to cast it at 7th level, which makes it last for a year. And the direction I was going to give you was kill your friends.
And we just are constantly running from you like Jason from Friday the 13th.
Wait. So for a year, we would want to kill each other.
No, just Crow.
Yeah, he'd want to
Yes,
kill us.
and if I
He'd
didn't,
chase
I would
us.
take.
He would take
5.
5d, but only once per day. So once
But
per day.
what if he went unconscious and we brought him back?
It doesn't say that gets rid of it.
Oh Jesus! So I guess it was good that I killed
Well,
her.
no, because you would have got her even if you did the other. So
I did a remove curse. I do have remove curse. Would that actually have broken?
Let me see.
yeah, I don't know. Did she didn't have
Yes.
a turn before I did? Did she?
Remove curse would have worked.
Okay.
But that would have been. I was just. Oh man, I really want to do that.
If I would have,
Now here's the thing: I would have to touch a crow that's trying to kill me in order to cast remove curse.
Yeah. It would only be once per day though.
Okay.
So he would either have to take 5d10 or attack you once.
So if I did would I have to cast but I only have to cast remove curse once. Okay. That still would have been fun.
Well, had Jordan not even hit you, I don't know if you would have got a chance to or not. Because I was going to cast another silence spell.
I knew if you cast Hellish Rebuke, you would probably kill her, Jordan. But I was like, but I wasn't sure. And then
That was so much cooler and more dramatic and fun.
would I have been able to use my eyeball to roll it under the floorboard to see if there's any traps and avoid them?
I don't. Not in this case because it wasn't a physical trap.
They're like magical traps, I guess.
Yeah, but it's a good thing you guys got out of the skull because she can use her movement to control the skull, and I was gonna have her shoot it up into the air and flip it upside down on you guys.
Well, that's why I was like, I didn't want her in the skull, but I didn't really want to be in there either.
Right.
That's why I was
same.
like, "Are you staying in the skull? Huh? You staying in the skull?"
So what you're saying is,
You were like, are you staying in the skull? And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, definitely not.
I gave that away.
If you guys haven't picked up on this, if I give you a clarifying question, I just
Are you
want to
sure
make
about that?
it's not necessarily means something bad is going to happen. It just means something is going to happen.
So, oh, I know.
Uh,
But you had a little too much glee in your voice.
You actually sound happy.
When he
Yeah.
sounded happy, when he was like, "Are you going to stay in the skull?" I was like, "No."
all right. Well, that concludes this night of D&D. But we'll be back next week, I assume. If the country's not on fire.
Yeah.
So everyone go out and vote on Tuesday for whoever your candidate is. I'm not going to tell you which way to vote, but make sure you vote. And otherwise, we will see you next week. And in the meantime, never turn your back on the vampire or the Baba Lysaga. Bye.